Okay, you've opened up your Photopea project, you've imported and opened your photo, your background photo, you've added a new layer, now you're ready to draw and trace for your animation. So to do that, be sure that you've highlighted layer number 1, this first layer, just by clicking on it. That's your transparent layer. Now you're gonna get your brush tool, which is hiding under your eraser tool, or it should look like a little paintbrush. That's the brush tool. If you have troubles finding it, you can always go up to the search tool and type in brush. Okay, there's your brush tool. All right, I would recommend starting with doing outlines of your person's face so that and their body so that you can outline that person. So when you've selected your brush tool, there's a couple ways that you can change the size of your brush and the color. So up top here, there's a little drop-down menu. This is how you can change the size and like the hardness or softness of your brush. So if you're doing outlines, you want your hardness to be kind of all the way up at 100. You want a real hard brush. And if you're going to fill in, like say his face, and you want to get to something more soft, like a spray paint, you're going to slide the slider down that way. So I'm starting with outlines. So I'm just going to select this preset button right here, number 5, to do my outlines. Okay, and then if I come down here to this little purple box right there, this is where I can change the color. If I wanted any one of these colors, I can slide the slider and then select the shade of the color that I want. I'm actually just doing black, so it doesn't really matter. I can just select black and select OK. And then I can just make sure I'm on the transparent layer. I can just start drawing around real carefully, doing outlines. I'm going to outline his whole body, and you're going to be a lot more careful than I am. Now, my paintbrush is really kind of small, which is great. It's what I want it to be, but say like yours wasn't the right size. Remember, you can always look at the letter P on your keyboard. There's the 2 bracket buttons next to it. One bracket will make your paintbrush bigger. The other bracket, if I tap on it, will make it smaller. Okay, so I'm going to do his nostrils. I'm going to do all the outlines first. Now, if I want to get zoomed in to an area to get more detail, there's a little button down here. It looks like a magnifying glass. If I click on that and tap on my photo, it will zoom me in so I can see what I'm doing better. If you go too far, up top here is where you can zoom out. Click on the minus button and tap, and it'll zoom out. Okay, that's how to get in to get more detail. Okay, so I'm going to get my brush tool again now, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller by tapping on my brackets, and I'm now going to go do all the outlines of his face, any kind of like wrinkle or skin indent. That's going to add a lot of detail to your project. So his smile lines, I'm going to do his lips. Okay, take your time as you do this. There's like a smile line. Here's a smile line. I'm going to do the edges of his nose. And then I might go back and get, say, more of his like eyebrows, the inside of his ear, maybe his chin line, around his chin. And then what you want to do is check your progress every once in a while to see what you've done. So to do that, you uncheck the eyeball on the photo layer. So here's your background photo. Turn off the photo by clicking on the eyeball, and you'll see what you've drawn so far. If you turn off the eyeball on your photo and nothing's there, it means you're drawing on the wrong layer, and you're going to want to start over. You're just going to want to go back to layer 1 and make sure you're always selecting layer 1 when you're drawing. To undo something, you can see in this history panel, I can just kind of check back to my latest mistake. That's one way to do it. I'm going to redo those. Or you can hit Control Z, Control plus the letter Z, or you can hit Edit Undo. So there's 3 ways to undo something if you make a mistake. Okay, so that's how you do the drawing. You use the paint tool. The next step would be to fill in his face with his skin tone. I'll show you that in the next video.